Nice take, Flake.
All right.
Off to a hot start. I love it.
All right, Miss T, we'll ask the professionals here. What's some of your thoughts on the W mode and how it's grown over the years?
So I have been loving it. This is the first year I've dived into it the way that I have this year. And it's my favorite mode so far. You know, I just feel like it's so well balanced, really fun. There's great players online. And I love.
Now, to start out for the visiting Boston Celtics. At guard, Jaylen Brown. At center, Robert Parrish. At forward, Paul Pierce. At guard, Bob Cousy. At forward, Larry Bird. The head coach for the visiting team, Joe Mazzulla. Now, this is your starting five. At forward. 6'9", number 20, Maurice Lucas. Forward, 6'8", number 33, Grant Hill. At guard, 6'5", 7. Pete Maravich. Starting at guard, 6'2", number 0, Damian Lillard. Man in the middle, 7 feet, number 34, Hakeem Olajuwon. The head coach of your team. Let's hear it one more time for the start of your Brooklyn Nets.
Hello, everyone. Proud to bring you Wednesday night coverage of the NBA on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here, joined by our analyst, Greg Anthony, and Hall of Famer Doris Burke. Plus, reporting from the sidelines, another Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. And now, the opening lineup for Boston. They've got Bird. He's out there with Parrish. Pierce is out there with Brown. And it's Cousy in at the point. And for the Nets, they've got Olajuwon. Hill is out there with Lucas. Then there's Maravich. And it's Lillard in at the one. Doris, here we are into the home stretch of this terrific season.
And Kevin, we can all feel the playoffs approaching, which in and of itself is so exciting. But what I love about the current structure of the league is this final stretch, there is always so much in play, and that elevates the intensity. It is a special time of year.
Now here's Lucas. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot two here. It's on Larry Bird.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
The Nets shooting their initial free throws of the game right here.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The free throw drops for Lucas. GA, these Boston Celtics are unquestionably a top-tier offensive unit.
Stupendous shooting, excellent instincts with the ball. Yeah, they are a model offense in many ways, making it tough for many teams to keep up with them.
Both free throws good from Lucas. Doris, what's the key for a team like the Nets, who have to hit the reset button, so to speak?
I think, Kevin, you have to find consistency at the head coaching position, because then you can set clear and achievable goals for your team going forward. You set a style of play, commit to it, and just build year by year, game by game.
They get it back. Hill looking around. And good. That angles that time as it falls.
You have to have the vision to find the open man. Beautiful pass.
Kuzi passes to Parrish. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
Boy, what a pass by Jaylen Brown. Probably one of his most improved areas.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. Free throw no good for Parrish. And not too long ago, Doris, there were such high hopes for the Nets' future.
I mean, think about it, Kevin. A few years back, people were talking about Brooklyn being a dynasty in the making. They were loaded with talent. And for a lot of reasons, it fell apart pretty quickly. How fine is that line between success and failure in the league? Incredible.
Here's Kuzi. Grant Hill making his last shot. Kuzi passes to Pierce. Off target with his three.
Terrific closeout there. The challenge for three.
It may be the hardest thing to do in basketball. Close under control, and he's more than up to the task.
Now, here's Lillard. He's making his presence felt offensively with his scoring average up there at almost 13 points a game.
Yeah, and you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Bird way outside. Lucas with the rebound. The Nets have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Maravich against Brown. Maravich kicks to Hill. Pass to Lucas. Shot clock at 6. Another one falls for Brooklyn.
You won't find too many players with a better understanding of the pick and roll than Lillard. He runs that set to a T.
Now here's Bird. His scoring has been there on a regular basis. He's averaging more than 14 points a game. Here's Pierce. Over in the corner, Brown. Bird. Good on the jump shot.
Just such great consistency on that jump shot. Even though he's not always squared up, Bird terrific in the catch and shoot.
Here's Lillard, and that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Lillard. And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for Damian Lillard.
And looking at his offensive numbers from the past few years, it seems like teams around the league have kind of figured him out. He's having to work a lot harder for his points, and they haven't been coming nearly as easily as they used to.
Bird can't get that one to fall.
He couldn't believe how open he was. He just couldn't convert it.
Hill passes to Lillard. It's back to Hill. Trying his luck from deep. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
And good to see Hill knocking down the long ball, because that really will help his confidence.
Here's Brown. And he overshot that one, missing.
Well, seized up just a little bit at the last second. That's when he normally converts.
And Lillard kicks to Maravich. Passes it to Hill. Lillard outside. Launches from deep. Rebound, Boston. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need the basket.
The kick out to Brown. Traps in the tray.
And this is what the team wants JB to do. Punish defenses that don't respect him from the corner.
You know, many see Brown as a scorer. But Doris, he's put more of an emphasis on his defense in recent seasons.
You're exactly right, Kevin. He's taken tremendous pride in asking his coaches to put him on the best offensive player. When he's the point of attack defensively, look out. He can give a lot of headaches to ball handlers.
And it's Bird missing.
Well, not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
And Lillard gets it to go. Lillard's got his second bucket of the game to go.
This guy is a pick-your-poison kind of player. Very hard defensively to cover all your bases with him.
So the Celtics called timeout. They're first. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing the last matchup with the Lakers.
Really a disappointing effort. That game could have and should have been closer than it was.
Listen, I don't fault the effort. That was there all night. It was the quality of play that was lacking. There was not a ton of cohesion. They've got to figure it out.
George is checked in for Paul Pierce. Now let's send it over to David Aldridge, who was able to talk with Jordy Fernandez.
He talked about how they plan to deal with Jaylen Brown. He said Brown's explosive off the dribble, so we have to have bodies in front of him, be physical with him, stay connected with him at all times. We'll see if they can keep Jaylen in check. Back to you guys.
Thanks, David.
And the word you got to use is explosive out there when talking about Grant Hill. He's one of those guys who doesn't wait for the game to come to him. He goes out and just makes things happen.
Here's Kuzma. Still without a basket. Brown, good.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
Maravich, good.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Brown outside. And the Celtics hit again from deep.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the trip.
Lillard, the pass to Hill. Over George. The offensive rebound. Olajuwon.
Such a graceful player. Hakeem is light off the ground there for that rebound. And then the skill to send that one home.
2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Hill kicks to Lillard. They get a hand on it. And now the fast break. George with the ball. Good. And it's Bird picking up the assist.
Boy, that's fast break basketball at its absolute best. Outstanding assist to finish it off.
And so lots of scoring in that competitive first quarter. And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And taking a look at the Nets' performance here, guys, what jumps out to you, stats-wise?
Just cashing in on second chance opportunities. That's how they built this early lead.
Yeah, the defense hasn't been there. They are getting hammered on second chance opportunities.
Lucas is out there with Olajuwon. Then there's Hill. Then it's Damian Lillard. And it's Maravich in at the 2-guard. That's the Nets 5 as we get into the second quarter.
Sometimes a player is born with a passer's mindset. He deals it with conviction.
Pass to Olajuwon. Shoots over Parrish. And Olajuwon gets it to go on the assist by Lillard. Olajuwon's got 6. Kuzi passes to Bird. That doesn't go on the chance to tie.
And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
Boy, we're seeing it more and more. Guys looking to create additional space by stepping back further from the line.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
It's good. This game is all even. Bird's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
Lillard with it. An 11-point game for him in the win against Utah. Maravich kicks to Lucas. Just 4 to shoot. And the rejection by Parrish. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Paul Pierce is checked in for the Celtics. For Boston, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Kuzi passes to Pierce. Bird outside. Good, and Pierce gets the assist. Bird's got the lead up to 3 now for Boston.
Yeah, that's back-to-back threes. The D just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
And Lillard kicks to Maravich. Here's Olajuwon. No good on that one. Excellent D there from Parrish. Pierce finds Bird. And it's Bird with the jam.
Want easy looks? Don't allow the defense to set up.
What a beautiful fast break opportunity, and the finish pretty good.
And the Nets decide to take their first time out here. They put up a nice win against Utah last time out.
Well, it's easy to score when you're facing very little resistance. That's why their offense looks so good now.
Well, give them some credit for taking advantage of a weak defense and capitalizing on every mistake.
Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. Antonio McDyess, he's checked in for Lucas. Peja Stojakovic comes in for Hill, and Halliburton subbed in for Damian Lillard.
And that's just too deep. Olajuwon with way too many moves in there, almost automatic.
Bird passes to Kuzi. Back to Bird from deep three-point land. The rebound by Halliburton. Nets trail by 3. Seems like every time, Greg, we see Tyrese Halliburton, he's wearing a big smile on his face.
Talk about a guy who just loves this game. Halliburton is such an enthusiastic player, and that positive attitude really infects his entire team. Oh, I love that dish down low.
Here's Kuzi. He's covered by Halliburton. Plenty of daylight on that shot. George has got 5 now.
And those aren't the type of three-point opportunities that you can allow in the NBA.
Halliburton kicks to Stojakovic. The pass to McDyess. Shoots it. That one's in there. The Boston lead is cut down to 2 on the bucket from Pete Maravich. Boston's gotten off 12 shots from beyond the arc tonight, hitting 7 of them. Pass to Bird. Here's Kuzi. Outside Pierce. Just 5 on the clock. Launches a 3. And Antonio McDyess pulls it down. Maravich, the pass to Halliburton. Back to Maravich. Here's Olajuwon. Another one falls for Brooklyn.
All right, defensively now, you've got to find a way to slow this guy down because he's putting it to you.
Bird outside, pass to Pierce. Pierce with it. Maravich defending. Pierce good.
Timeout.
And the Celtics lead by 2.
A true 3-level scorer. Pierce can beat you anywhere on the floor.
Now a timeout called by Brooklyn. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
Here's Greer. Kicks it out to Olajuwon. George against Stojakovic. Greer gets the bucket. Greer's got his first 3 points of the game.
Over the taller defender. This is why you have to stay connected to shooters on the perimeter.
Today's player is not intimidated by size. You even give them a sliver of a window, and they're going to make that shot.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
You know what? Very close to a three-point play right there.
And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Celtics?
Straight away, they've opened things up offensively with skillful passing, running smart plays, and just setting guys up for success.
The other thing that's gone exceptionally well for them tonight is the shooting they've displayed from beyond the three-point arc.
Porter's checked in for the Nets. Now, here is George. 5 points in the game. Scoring his 3rd straight basket in 3 tries.
Outstanding pass, on time and on target.
Porter passes to Olajuwon. 40 seconds left in the first half. George against Stojakovic. Fires from deep. Rebound Boston. And this is their first time matched up with Brooklyn this year.
And although they were the better team last year by overall record, this was a competitive matchup for them.
Here's Kuzi. His last outing with 20 points. Misses the 3. From deep three-point land. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And so it's Larry Bird making things happen for Boston. He's been...
38.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille O'Neal and the Jet, Kenny Smith. Let's get to it. Boston found themselves in a close game in the first. And having been behind by as many as 8, they clawed their way back. Remember, they trailed after 1, but a great second quarter gives them a 2-point lead at the break. And taking a look at the Celtics, Kenny, what did you see out there?
Well, they were lighting it up from 3.
That's all for now. Say goodbye to the folks. Thanks for joining.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. It's been one outstanding game from Larry Bird.
And if he can keep shooting from deep like he did in the first half, he's going to be more than a handful.
What I love is they've continued to feed this guy, ride the hot hand until the defense does something about it.
Starting off the second half, here's Joe Mazzulla's 5. George is out there with Jaylen Brown. And it's Bird, then it's Parrish, and it's Pierce in at the 3. Olajuwon, great positioning on the putback. Olajuwon's got the game tied up here for the Nets.
You know we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Here's Hill. He's got 7 over Pierce. And the basket by Hill. Hill's got 9. And, Greg, you think about what they call float D. Why does that one shot earn a nickname like that?
I mean, it's a badge of respect, right? The floaters, teardrops, whatever you call them, runners, often the finishing touch to an already well-developed offensive arsenal.
Maravich dishes to Hill. He tries for 3. A three-pointer is right on target. 12 points for him. Celtics trail by 3. Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. And, Greg, we were talking Jaylen Brown making the 2023 All-NBA second team. That was big for him, wasn't it?
Yeah, Kevin, it made Jaylen eligible for the Supermax, signing for that 5-year extension in July of 23. At the time, the largest contract in NBA history.
Pass to Parrish. Back to Brown, and finished off by Brown.
How about a little bit of daylight is all Jaylen Brown needs, up off his feet in a hurry.
Maravich kicks to Hill. Lillard surveying the D. Releases. Again, the Nets for 2.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
Kuzi passes to Brown. Here's Kuzi, covered by Lillard. The kick out to Brown for 3. Pierce, rebounded by the Nets.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backboard.
Here's Maravich, and again it's Brooklyn converted.
And you see the leadership of Lillard in that sequence, keeping everyone involved, not looking to do it all himself, but creating for his teammate.
Parrish, the pass to Kuzi. And here's Brown. Pull from the top of the key, and the jumper falls for him. Brown's got 4 points this quarter.
Brown showing off that delicate touch, becoming much more reliable with his jumper the longer he plays in the NBA.
Here's Lucas over Bird. Here's Olajuwon, and it's Olajuwon with the jam.
There it is, guys. One of those effort plays that makes a big difference in the game.
And GA, it is definitely making a difference so far today.
No doubt. On the scoreboard, in the body language of the players, you can tell which team is in complete command.
And so it looks like the Celtics will retain possession here. It's getting late in the season. Let's now see the standings out east. You look at Boston. They're trying to get in the playoffs here. If they stay the course, they will. And, of course, Brooklyn. They're back in the 9th position.
And right now for Brooklyn, they're one of those teams that hasn't quite figured it out this year. A lot of talent, a lot of heart, but nothing to put them up on that next level.
You know, it's got to be frustrating for them. You can't dwell on the past. You've got to think forward, work together, and play for one another.
Bowen, he's checked in for Pierce. That is good. And the Nets' lead is cut to just 3 points on the basket from Kuzi. Here is Lillard. Lucas kicks to Maravich. And the Nets, another three.
And that's why they call him the pistol. One of the most entertaining scorers in the game. And finding that one from deep.
Bird inside the three-point line. A shot missing.
And they have built their advantage on the scoreboard here by doing all the little things.
Now, here's Lillard. Dishes it to Maravich. The Nets need to get a shot off here. D2 from Hill. Let's keep it alive. Lucas. And they convert it last on attempt number 3. And it's an 8-point Nets lead. Bird way outside. A rebound by the Nets. Olajuwon's got 11 rebounds in the game.
Still looking for his first triple of the half. He had 3 at the break.
Oh, and just a soft touch on both ends of that pretty alley.
I got to say, when he threw the pass, I didn't know where it was going. And he's able to get it back. 1:24 left to play in the third. That's a 2 from Lillard, and that one drops. Lillard's got the lead up to 10 now for the Nets. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Nets.
They've been active defensively, rotating well, and then also closing out on shots. It's resulted in a number of blocks.
Something else that they've had working for them is attacking the offensive glass. Boy, taking advantage and creating second chance points is impressive.
Drills the three-pointer. Challenging
this D with the 3-ball. That's his second from distance this half. And he also hit one in the first half, too.
Here's Kuzi, covered by Lillard. Kuzi passes to Parrish. And stolen by Olajuwon. 6-second difference between shot and game clock. Here's Hill. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. Lillard's got 3 assists tonight.
And after really leaning on that three-point shot in the first half, seeming like they're just getting away from it here in the second. More of the shots coming from the interior. Yeah, heard the whistle and then kept his focus and able to still knock it down.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
And this season, he's maintained very good form at the line, shooting at about an 83% clip. And Kuzi's just an all-around talent, superb passer who also rebounds well at his position. And guess what, folks? He can also score with the best of them.
And so it's the Brooklyn Nets with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. Shooting the ball so well. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
We call that putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do with it once it was there.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. They've got Hill, Damian Lillard out there with Maravich. Then it's Lucas, and it's McDyess in at the 5. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Here's Kuzi. George passes to Eaton. And a look now at the Boston Celtics' upcoming schedule. On Friday, then on Tuesday, they'll host the Toronto Raptors.
And for that matchup against the Nets, I think it's going to be an interesting challenge. Even though they expect to come out on top, this could probably be a pick-em game, depending on how they play.
He hits the second from the line. Here's Lillard. And there's the pass to McDyess. Maravich with it. Lucas inside. 5 to shoot. Unloads from 9. Got a piece of it.
And having Eaton protecting the rim, that's about the same as building a brick wall around the basket. Just nothing gets over him. What an intimidator down low.
Pass to Whiteside. Here's Kuzi. Now Pierce. Snatched away. With the putback. And Porter putting it right back in. Porter's got his first basket of the night.
And they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
Here's Kuzi. Knocks it loose. And that's out of bounds. Boston will retain possession. And the Nets making a change here. Olajuwon's checked in. And a change for the Celtics. Brown's checked in. Here is Whiteside. 5 on the clock. Poke loose. It's stolen by Hill. Down low. Olajuwon trying to break free. Lucas, that's good.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
To the paint.
What I love about Jaylen Brown is his commitment to improvement. This guy's worked hard on his three-point shooting. He's worked hard on his handle and his decision-making, and there's still another level to come.
The Celtics making a switch here. Bird's checked in. And Brown drops them both. Here's Greer. Timeout called the Nets.
Every timeout, a chance to review the lineups, matchups, or call a play.
And the guys get a little bit of a break. Mentally, physically, just recharge here quickly.
Come on, everybody. We got t-shirts for everybody.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Thanks, guys. During that break, listened in on Jordy Fernandez's huddle. Now, he told his guys not to get comfortable. He said, so we've got a little breathing room. So what? That's no reason to slow down out there. He wants them to keep the effort up. Guys?
All right, David, thanks.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Three-pointer, Bird, rebounded by the Nets. Olajuwon's got rebound number 12 now. Tenacity on the glass. Hill passes to Greer. The dish to Olajuwon. Up and in, that's his 10th make in the contest. He has only taken 13 shots.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Passes it to Greer. Shot from the wing. With the second effort, and he sinks the layup. Olajuwon's got 24.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Here's Bird. Lucas with the rebound.
Well, defensively, if you allow him to get this close, you're playing with fire. He just happened to miss that one.
Drives to the hoop. And a wide open look for Porter. And the Nets, another 3.
3-point shooting since the half has been about as good as you could ask for.
The feed now to Bird. Sinks that one from the post. 21 points for Larry Bird.
These are the kinds of shots that get Bird going. When he makes these contested shots, he enjoys talking some trash as well.
Porter passes to Lucas. 6 on the shot clock, and the shot goes down.
Slow rotation there defensively, and he gets a wide open look from mid-range.
And I'll tell you, look up at the scoreboard. That's correct. They have a big lead for a reason.
And all you got to do is look at the rebounding margin as to why they hold the lead.
Well, they've absolutely dominated that category in this one, and it's reflected in the score.
And he makes that one. 26 points for him.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
And at this point, it is their game to lose. They've done such a good job building the lead, Great finish. What a setup. Terrific ball movement there.
Now, here is Olajuwon. Defense is right there.
And that's the rub. I mean, as good as Olajuwon is on the blocks, he can be equally as effective from mid-range.
Inside, Pierce. Great pass to set up the lay-in.
Assisted by.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Nets.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And so the hard work and effort paying off tonight, putting another win in the books. That'll be win number 27.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Hakeem Olajuwon.
He was really important under the basket, making the plays down low and getting position to pull in rebounds.
Bird way outside, an absolute bomb from three-point range.
And that's his strongest trait, the unselfishness from Kuzi. Fantastic at realizing when one of his guys has an opportunity for a clean look.
Here's Greer. And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in. See you later.
Thanks.